Welcome to the Animal Asana series, where in each video we'll look in detail at the asana, the pose, the posture of the animal that you are imitating. And today we meet with Titiliasana, the butterfly. This can be practiced in variations of a reclining pose and a forward bend. It's a grounding posture. It works the adductors and it decompresses the spine. It is physically and emotionally healing, soothing to the mind and the emotions. It detoxifies the body and increases blood circulation. It targets energy channels of the kidneys and the urinary bladder. It improves the ligaments, fascia and tendons in the connective tissues within the groins. It opens the Sacral Chakra, the seat of creativity, sensuality and pleasure. It is an excellent prenatal posture. It strengthens the pelvic floors, it restores ovaries to optimal health, and it enhances the release of happy hormones. It stimulates and activates the kidneys, the prostate glands, and it massages the abdominal organs. The position can be held between 3 to 5 minutes. Do take care with this position if you have any neck injuries, and maybe use a bolster, or you can get those neck cushions. That would help ease and bring some more comfort in the movement. Avoid practicing this position if you have a herniated disc or sciatica. So, let us practice Titiliasana, the butterfly. From our seated position, whereby we've already come to draw some attention to our flow of breath, ensuring that we lengthen and deepen our inhalations and exhalations. For long, deep breathing helps to calm the mind, helps you to relax and soften in preparation for the movement to follow. So take a moment or two now to connect with your flow of breath. And then let us bring the soles of our feet to connect. Now here we can take the hands either side of our hips, lift our buttocks and just tilt our tailbone, our coccyx, to the wall behind us, which helps tilt the pelvis forward so that we sit flatly or further, deeper onto our ischium, the base of our pubis. Now you could also use a cushion at this point to place it just underneath the sit bones. So it helps you tilt forward and drop the ischium down towards the floor. Bring the hands to connect with the feet. Now you could hold around the ankles, you could hold around the toes, you could link the fingers and bring them around both sets of toes, whichever you find more comfortable. You could practice this having a wall behind you so that you could have the supports of the wall at the base of the spine. And so that you could even connect the whole of the spine with the wall and just relax and concentrate on releasing in the hips and the groins. So the aim now is to open in the hip flexors, to release in the groins, and you have two sets of groins. The front set in the uppermost crease of the legs and the connection with the pubis and pelvic area. And the back groins are in the uppermost crease of the leg connecting with the glutes, the buttocks. So think of these areas as you practice. Allow the exhalations to soften and release there. Think about the inner thighs, the adductors. Let them loosen and allow the inner thighs to rotate outwards. You could even bring your hands just to move the flesh outwards a little. You could also rotate the flesh of the calf muscle in the opposite direction. So again, you are creating some space and allowing a bit more softening. The butterfly flaps its wings. So allow your knees to flicker up and down. As you breathe in, think of rising up through the torso, elevating from the base of your sit bones all the way up to the crown of your head. Gently flickering the knees. Then, like a butterfly, come to a position of stillness. And just see if you can soften and release even further to draw those knees down toward the floor. Again, no force is necessary. There is no rush or race. You are not in competition with anyone else, and you are not competing against yourself. You are simply on a journey of adventure and discovery of the self. So now taking a breath in and rising up through the torso once again, and lifting the hips away from the femur bones, the thigh bones here. We're lifting the flesh upwards so that we can then move forwards. Take your time. And if you do have any neck problems, have the neck bolster, those cushions that you can purchase that are usually used perhaps on long flights or train journeys. Have one of these resting there now, which will lend some comfort and enable you to fulfill the movement. So every breath in has you lifting from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. And then as you breathe out, that's the time to surrender. The body is relaxing, releasing, and letting go. And it's here that you draw your awareness to the breath, even more so, looking deeply at its flow and its journey inside you, and listening, because the breath is your guide and it will let you know when you are ready to progress further into the posture. If you like as well, you could bring a cushion or a bolster to rest the head on. Make any adjustments and alterations that you think will assist and help the movement. Unclench your teeth, unfurrow your brow. And then gently pulling the tummy in to support the spine as you return once again to an upright position. And then you can practice butterfly in a reclining pose. So think about having a cushion, if you like, to put at the base of your spine if you feel that you will need that, so that as you recline, you've got some support there. If you don't need the cushion, then you can take that away and you can bring yourself down to your elbows. You can adjust your seat by lifting the buttocks and tilting the pelvis, and then bring the spine to connect with the mat. You can place the hands onto the inner thighs to give a little bit of slight pressure to assist with the opening and the relaxing of the front groins here. Again, you could pull the flesh around the adductors, aiding those to open further. You can rest with the hands on the tummy just beneath the belly button so that you can make a greater connection with the tummy's activity as you breathe. Bring the chin down towards the chest and soften the shoulders. Allow them to have a greater connection with the mat. So you can rest here for anything up to 5 minutes to really draw the full benefits of this posture, of which there are many. And when you are ready, you place the hands beside you, pressing into the elbows to bring yourself part way up. Then coming onto your hands, and then returning to a seated position. So this pose is relatively easy, but does provide many benefits. So do practice this one as many times as possible throughout your week, and you will see improvements with your overall general health and well-being. Titiliasana, the butterfly.